We're in LA. We're Dodger fans here in LA and Lakers. When LeBron leaves, I'll be a Laker fan again. But let me ask you, should I be worried that we've lost 6 in a row and all these people out here? Oh, my God. It's All-Star week. It's All-Star break. This is Lakers. I mean, the Dodgers are exhausted. 16 pitching rotations, injuries. I think Dave Roberts has done a pretty damn good job with what's all happened. The roster is unbelievable. I think they're still in first place by multiple games. Should be worried, though? 6 losses in a row, first time this year?
No, but it just shows that there's some flaws. It's not a super team. It's a very, very good team. This was September. It'd be a different story. They just got to make sure they got the healthy pieces come September or come October, I should say. And, they're going to have Ohtani be pitching 5-6 innings by then. They need Blake Snell back. Glass now is already back. Then Yamamoto.
I think Hernandez is out right. Kiki. I think the Hernandezes are out right now for Max Muncy. We got some injuries. Who knows? Everybody's injured. Padres are injured up. I mean, we got a lot of guys injured. Houston, who swept us. We got a lot of everybody's injured, right, Bob? I don't know. It is what it is. Part of the game.
Yeah, it is. And they just need to make sure those starters are healthy. In the lineup, some of those guys have struggled. I mean, Mookie Betts hasn't had his typical year. Freddie Freeman's gone through that. Max Muncy, who finally got hot, now he's out for 6-8 weeks. So, yeah, those guys should all be fine come September.
No doubt. What's the biggest surprise to you? Toronto? Who's the biggest shocker in baseball this year?
I'm going to go the usual 2 teams. I'm going to go Milwaukee Brewers, who everybody thought they were giving up on. When they let Willie Adames go, they traded away their closer, Devin Williams, and then Tampa. And they don't even have a ballpark. If they make the playoffs, who knows where they're going to play? And here they are, 4 games back in the East. So I'll go those 2. Toronto's playing real well right now, and I don't think that they may expect them to have a 3.5-4 game lead in the AL East, but they are a loaded team.
What do they beat? The Yankees, 10 in a row or some craziness? I got to ask you, we have Brett Boone on a couple times a month, and he's now the hitting coach there for the Texas Rangers, and they're I think they've won 9 out of 10 or something. But since he came on the show last, they're on a streak. I put up 13 runs the other night. Is his brother Aaron in trouble in New York?
No, I think the only way he'd be in trouble is if they don't make the playoffs. Then I think there'd be a lot of people calling for his firing. But as long as they make the playoffs, he's fine. And they're in the World Series last year. And the team wasn't that good. If the Yankees were in the NL West, they might have finished 4th place. The NL West is that good. So, no, he's not in trouble now. Now, if they don't make the playoffs, then some people are going to have to go.
Yeah, heads turns, Smitty. New York.
100%. I want to ask you this. We have a few Detroit fans in here. Talk about how good are the Detroit Tigers right now? Like, in that they're rolling. I know they lost, I think, the other night, but overall, it's been a hell of a season for them. How serious is this team?
Yeah, I mean, right now they're certainly the team to beat in the American League, if not all baseball. I mean, you got the best pitcher on the planet, Tarek Skubal. Casey Mize has stepped up as a great number 2. Jack Flaherty, of course, helped the Dodgers last year. He's starting to pitch better now. In a great all-around young lineup. They're not only good now, they'll be good for a number of years, at least through next year, because Skubal's not a free agent until after 2026. But they're certainly the best team in the American League.
Is AJ Hinch most underrated manager in baseball?
Well, he's getting his props now, so I wouldn't say underrated anymore, particularly what he's done in Detroit. It took some time. Obviously, he went through the same rebuild in Houston, so now he's done it twice. So a very good manager. Guys like playing for him. And right now, if the vote came down, he'd be the AL Manager of the Year.
I think I know your answer, but I have to ask everybody that knows this sport better than most, and you know it more than most. The Dodgers or the field? 22% on the betting odds are favoring the Dodgers, only 22. So that means 78% says others is going to win this thing, and they're taking the field in the betting world of things. Are you on that side of the house?
I would take the field. Just you're going time with one team, and it's not like, not the 27 Yankees or something. So they're a very good team, but you're talking about just the National League alone. You still got the Chicago Cubs are good. The Brewers are good. The Phillies and the Mets. So those teams right there would be slight underdogs to the Dodgers in the playoffs, but only slight. And the Padres are always a thorn. Then you got the whole American League too. So no, I would definitely take the field.
What's your biggest takeaway from the Devers trade? Addition by subtraction for Boston. The Giants have been abysmal on offense since the trade. Giants have scored, I think, less than one run like 6 times since the trade. I mean, they've had some bad outings on offense. Are the Giants better off with them, or the Red Sox? Did they win this?
Well, I think for the Giants, it certainly helps right now. They didn't give up much to get him. Boston got rid of that contract, and they thought, you know what, addition by subtraction here. We want to move to first base. He wouldn't do it. He want to go back to third base. Then San Francisco, I think they kind of see what happened in Boston when there's Will Clark, the former Gold Glove first baseman, shows up early 3 days in a row to help out Devers at first. He never showed up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let me ask you this. I know JB kind of mentioned, obviously All-Star break is coming up. And home run, the Derby is always like, kind of the biggest piece of it. Who do you like in this year's home run derby to win it all?
Yeah, this one's wide open just because you don't have that big time home run guy, except for maybe Shaun, Raleigh right now.
Alonso's out, right? Alonso's out.
Yeah, Alonso did it twice. I guess he didn't need the $1 million because you get $1 million if you win that.
Yeah,
and he knew how to win it. But yeah, Kyle Raleigh should be the favorite now just because of what he's done in the first half and he got that home run swing. So I'll go Kyle Raleigh.
Let me ask you something. Is Major League Baseball's All-Star game still the best and most competitive All-Star game in all sports? I mean, they actually still play a real game. According these other guys, flag football in the NFL, the All-Star weekend in basketball is a joke. We'll see how it turns next year with these Euros and Americans playing. But is baseball still the best game?
Yeah, it still is, but it's dropped off a lot. I mean, we're not going to have the Pete Rose incident, crashing into Ray Fosse at home plate. This game doesn't count for anything. Guys still, have fun with it. It's become more of a pitching clinic, really, because all these pitchers striking out everybody. You always have low-scoring games now. So it's still the best game of the 4 for All-Stars, but it's not nearly like it used to be.
And I was going to ask you that 19 first-time guys in this All-Star game. The commissioner's exemption guy and Clayton Kershaw, the old man on the hill getting that nod. Are you okay with that nod for the older guys that have kind of gone through the ringer and been that guy for so many years? 3,000 strikeouts for the lefty this year. Clayton hit that feat. But are you okay with this exemption deal being put on there or not?
No, absolutely. Just to reward a guy, let everybody see him, maybe for the last time. They did that with Albert Pujols and Miguel Cabrera. Was going to be their last years. I remember the All-Star game was in Seattle. I always thought, it would have been nice to have, both Cal Ripken and Gwynn both in that game. I think Ripken made it. Gwynn did not. But I said, man, it'd be nice to have both those guys. So it's nice to see them. They're not taking anybody's spot. So kind of reward for Kershaw. I like this.
Let me ask you this on the same topic. Do you agree that every team should get a guy? Like we had Jason Stark on the other day, and he was like, I hate that rule. A team that's 50 games out of first place shouldn't get a guy on taking up a spot for somebody that is deserving. Where are you at with that rule?
I actually like the rule. So if you're a kid of the Colorado Rockies or some team, Chicago White Sox, you're going to stay up and watch the game until you see your favorite player get in there. So no, I like the rule. I mean, it's just, like I said, just an exhibition, no big deal. It's nice to see, somebody represented by every team.
Each team. Gotcha.
Yeah, no doubt for sure.
He's been having problems with the internet all day, so he can't hear all of us all the time. So he's got like ghetto Boost Mobile over there today. So he's had some issues. So I just had to let you know if he can hear. I don't know if you can hear us, Smitty, or not. But
yeah, it's a little choppy, but yeah, I can hear. I can hear a lot of it there for sure. We've asked all our baseball guests we've had the last couple of weeks this question, but I want to ask you as well. Is it a no-brainer for you, Barry Bonds, the greatest hitter of all time, or do you put guys do you already put an Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani like in the same room as him? Obviously, they got a long ways to go stats-wise, but just from an ability standpoint, do you already put those guys in the room?
No, I mean, Barry Bonds is in the penthouse. Everybody else is several floors below. Bonds is the best player I've ever seen. And you can ask current players, guys who play with him, the greatest player. You can argue, hey, Babe Ruth is probably better. Obviously, he pitched and everything else. But outside Ruth, you can make the argument, well, he's the second best player in baseball history. Nobody was like Bonds.
Yeah, I agree. You agree? What about the Hall? The Hall, should he be in it?
I think so. I mean, it was just a wild, wild west back in those days. Everybody was doing something. Not saying everybody, but most people. I mean, it's like, if you're driving on the highway, there's going to be no speed limit signs, no cops. You're not going 55. You remember going to school with a substitute teacher. Everybody's cheating off everybody's tests. There's no one, disciplined in place. So there were no rules against it. And so I voted for, Bonds every single year, Clemens, Sosa. Now, in 2004, when there was testing and it was a rule, then if you got caught, I don't vote for you. So I never voted for Alex Rodriguez or Manny Ramirez because he got caught and hurt their teams. Where Bonds, Clemens, Sosa, those guys, all they did was help their teams.
Let me ask you on a macro level here for all the casual fans that don't know, like, where are you at with how baseball is being kind of constructed? We got this, the pitching that we've had Jason Stark and Brett and all these guys are like, man, these guys have 8, 9 pitches now due to science and all the different things that have happened, analytics and all the things that have taken over sports. Why? And then he tells me on the other side, though, hey, man, these hitters are unbelievable, the greatest athletes we've ever seen, and blah, blah, blah. There's been 100 shutouts just in June alone. What's going on? Is pitching just that much better, that dominant, or do we need steroids back?
Yeah, I mean, maybe greenies at least. But it's like, look, too many guys just swing for the fences and try to get home runs. You need guys like a Luis Ariz from San Diego Padres or the young rookie Jacob Wilson from Oakland A's. Just put the ball in play and do it that way. We don't have enough of those guys. And let's be honest, if we had like a Tony Gwynn and Rock Rue play, they be getting ripped because they don't have enough power. Then the exit velocity is weak. They don't walk enough. But those guys put the ball in play. We don't have enough of that. The pitching side is good, but how many guys break down all the time? They just go, full throttle, and then their arm gives out.
That's an interesting take. So you're thinking like it's like the basketball movement with the 3-point shot. We're going now to the 3-point shot. We're not going inside no more. So you're thinking it's home run or bust, and we're not hitting for average anymore. We don't have that, which generates base runners, which generates runs. So you're thinking that that's an interesting take. You're the first one to say it because everyone else is like, pitching's just dominant. We got pitches we haven't seen yet. We see a slider, screwball, changeup. I'm like, right. What the fuck is that? So it's interesting. I'm that's a different take right there because I haven't watched enough to know that I didn't even know they had this many damn pitches in their bag nowadays, and they're that dominant. I know it's the hardest thing to do in any sport is hit a baseball, but it seems like it's much harder now than it's ever been. It's crazy.
Well, especially with the relievers. But I will say, I mean, these guys weren't facing, Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson, Steve Carlton, all-time greats. It wasn't like it was bad pitching back in the day. There were some studs. I mean, if you were in the playoffs, who wanted to face Dave Stewart? He was, unbelievable.
No doubt.
That was still good pitching, but just there's more guys that throw harder. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, Ohtani hit 102 the other day. That's like he don't even pitch. Like he hasn't even been pitching. It's like, damn, it's crazy right now. Kershaw hit 3,000 strikeouts. As a lefty, obviously, puts himself in rare air. Is 2,000 the new 3,000 now with the analytics and the guys pitching less, and we're pulling guys in the fifth inning and all the things that we're seeing now with these analytics take place, bigger bases, the pitch clock, all the things we've seen. What's the new, I guess, Hall of Fame, number? Is it going to be 2,000 strikeouts? Is it going to be 200 wins? Where are we at with everything? Are we lowering the bar here?
Yeah, it's probably going to be the wins will be the big thing affected. Not so much strikeouts, although, I don't know when the next guy will come. Chris Sale still has a chance here. Maybe Garrett Cole when he gets healthy. But guys are striking out more than ever. So it's much easier to strike out guys now than ever before. Used to be guys were embarrassed to strike out. No, now nobody cares if they do or not. But now the win total will drop down. We're not going to have another 300-game winner, I don't think. And so then it's like, okay, do you let guys in like an Adam Wainwright and John Lester who are barely over 200? there's still guys like Tommy John who are in the Hall of Fame. They have like 287 wins.
Nah, and Smitty brought up something yesterday. The ERA thing, is the ERA thing changing too? As far as going, is that coming down too? As far as the number, like Ohtani right now is like
it was a 1.5, right?
Yeah, he's not pitching a lot of innings, but he's at a 1.5. Clemens all time, one of the legends, is at a 3.13, I think, all time. Is that number going to be dropping now with less innings and as you stated, the hitting is just not there? Is the ERA going to be taken into account when we're talking about this at the end of people's careers?
I think so. Now they have a thing called like ERA plus. You just go, what are you above or below the league average? So yeah, I agree, because these guys aren't going 8 or 9 innings; they're going 5 or 6, so they can blow out, and they're not going to pitch tired. So the ERA should drop, because guys like Jack Morris had like a 3.9 ERA, but he was going 9 innings. If they're up 7-1, he could give up a few runs. He doesn't care about his personal stats.
Nah, no doubt. Bob Nightengale, everybody up for the audio side, USA Today. What do you got going nowadays, Bob? What are you doing? Just writing columns still there? You got other things in the fire, or what's going on with you?
Yeah, just writing columns for USA Today. Leave for the All-Star game tomorrow. So got the Futures game, the All-Star game, HBCU Classic. So it's a fun-filled event from Friday on.
No doubt. Make sure everybody follows you, Bob. I can't thank you enough for taking some time, man, to hop on and giving us some knowledge.
Thank you so much, Bob.
And thank you so much. Apologize for Smitty over here with the ghetto internet, but we'll have to get you on again maybe when the Dodgers win the World Series. They're still winning it, man.
Warriors.
All right. Appreciate you, Bob. Thank you.
All right. Look forward to that. See you guys.
All right, brother.